I'm gonna, you know what? I'm not even gonna edit this because I want it to be raw. I want it to, on the journey with me. I'm learning, and hopefully you'll be learning too. So, but yeah, basically, dickhead here to the camera's battery run out, so I've lost about 20 minutes worth of material. So, I'm just gonna sort of carry on. I think I know where I was when it ran out. Yeah, I know where I was when it ran out. So I'm just going to carry on where I left off. I apologise again for my hair because it is a real mess. And my beard is so bushy. And I will promise you I'll look a lot prettier tomorrow after I've had my hair and beard trimmed and stuff. I'm a little bit paranoid about that. So, but you know what? It was really, I felt it was going quite well. And hopefully you, when you watch it, you'll feel the same. But what I am going to do, I'm going to go back to the thing I was just talking about, which for me has been about an hour because I've been waiting for the thing to charge, and I've made a juice and stuff in the meantime. And for you, it's been about 0.1 seconds. So, but I'm going to go back to what I was talking about before the blink and me coming back with having sorted my hair out a little bit, and there's a slight change of angle. So I think my face looked a little bit prettier from there. It wasn't the best angle before. But it's raw, and I'm not even going to do anything about it because I'm not as vain as what some people... which in this section we're on, which is detoxifying your life. Some people that needs to be detoxified, unfortunately, from my life. I'd like to say I am, but yeah. So detoxifying your life was where we were at, and I was talking about this upsetting little breakup I've been going through. It's been going on for a little while, and I was saying about the analogy what my friend down at the gym said to me was, if you had a car and you kept throwing money at it. No, kept breaking. So you had a car and you kept breaking down, and you're throwing money at it. And you really like this car. You've had it for years, and you love it. You've got really good memories of this car. It's been the best car you've ever owned. Your favourite. You love it. You loved it when you bought it. It looks great. It's a classic. You know, you've had some great times in it. It's the best car you've ever had. You don't want to let it go. You know, but if that car kept breaking down, things kept going wrong, and the gearbox went and you replaced that, and then there's something else went and you replaced that. And they're looking, you know, the mechanics looked at it and thought, oh, it's not good enough, you know, it's going wrong. And you know, you've done all that work though still because you know they've advised you to get another car, but you're like, oh, I'm not going to do it. I love this car. It's my favourite car. I love it. And then the engine went, and you know it's going to cost you £2,000 to do it. So do you what do? Do you replace the engine, or do you give up and get a new car? Now the thing is, I don't want a new car at the minute. I think I quite happily walk. We'll check out some of the local bikes. Really, I'm only joking. I'm a good boy. I told you that. So yeah. So unfortunately, you know, as I say, I mean, you never know. The car might come back to life. Who knows? It might be a miracle. But yeah. No. Sometimes you just got to let go. Detoxifying it. And if it's something that's kind of getting you down more than it's getting you up, then sometimes you have to let it go. Although it hurts. Because you know, the more negativity that's coming into your life, the worse it gets. Other things to detoxify your life. I mean, drink and drugs and stuff. I've done plenty of them in the past, but they're not particularly good for you. They don't really bring much to my life now, especially now I'm not up all night DJing or partying or anything. And it's. Again, it goes back to that thing I was talking about with the food and stuff. What am I taking? Why am I taking it? What are the consequences? And you know, and what does it do for me, sort of thing. So, yeah, I mean, I have a few drinks with my Uncle Nigel at the football at Arsenal whenever we're there. You know, he likes a craft beer and stuff. So, you know, I meet up. It's good. Me and Nigel have these deep chats over a beer before we go down to the Arsenal and get disappointed once too often. But you know, it's. If you don't need to drink or take drugs, don't do it. And it's the same with people being around you, that negative people. You know, sometimes you really need to kind of. You probably can hear a dog drinking water. Shut that door. Negative people. Yeah, they're just. Again, this is a hard one because you've got friends that have problems, and sometimes their problems become your problems, and you want to help them out. But some, you know, when they start leaning on too much, and it's like, you know, there's being support, and then there's just like being a brick wall, isn't there? It's just kind of like there's someone permanently leaning against you. And sometimes you've got to, you know, because it can get you down when someone's own problems are constantly being unloaded on you. And I've always kind of tended to sort of deal with things on my own. I sound off, and I kind of deal on my own, you know, my own thoughts and stuff. Unfortunately, at times I've kind of gone over these thoughts in my head, and you know, I might have been better off trying to get a bit of support, whatever. I mean, there's counsellors for that sort of thing, isn't there, really? So, you know, you don't need really, and there's doctors and stuff. And I mean, I'm not, that's why I'll go into the supplement section. There's loads of great things you can take, natural things you can take to boost. I mean, antidepressants are poison, and there's like, you know, I'll advise if possible against them, and I'll tell you all sorts of, it'll go part of the bodybuilding mental health. There's loads of things you can take natural that will boost your moods and do exactly the same thing, if not a better thing than what the drugs do. It's quite a corrupt little world, medication and stuff. So yeah, I'll go into all that in that. But yeah, negative people, the same as positive people. You know, and you've got someone that lifts you up, like a gym buddy or a best mate that you just have laughs with and stuff. They're great people to be around. But you've got someone that's like hooked on cocaine, and when you're around them, they kind of like, I've got a dog coming in to see me now. Ollie, I'll introduce you to her another time. She's going to come in. Right, sit down and shut up. Yeah, if you've got a friend that... No, Holly, get out. No, out. I'm busy. I won't even edit this out either. I'll introduce you to her another time. Get out, please. Go on, out. Yeah, if you've got people that are hooked on drugs or they drink a lot and stuff, and when they're around you, and especially if you've had, you know, an addiction to it or whatever in the past, or you know, they're not great people to be around, unfortunately. And even if they're your best mate, you know, sometimes you've got to pull away from people for your own good. I had a friend that was kind of, especially when you've got bad things going on, it's a very easy trap to get into. I mean, it was, like I said, I used to earn, again, this goes back to detoxifying your life. I used to earn like £3-4 grand a month, a week with my DJing and promoting and stuff. And there come a point with the promoting element of it where it started not going like it used to, and I just kept persevering with it, and you know, and like sometimes you just got to let it go. You know, you get older, things get harder, the industry's changed, and you remember learning all that money. It's never going to be like that again, unfortunately. Go about 13 years. I was killing it. I was making so much money. And I was doing, you know, I was having a bit of fun with you know, a bit of drinking and, you know, and other stuff. But, and I could deal with it though. I could leave it. But when you get in a bad place, then things, they can really take you down. So sometimes you need to detoxify your life. And I'll go into all that. The same as like enriching your life, being around positive people. I'll put that in there. Then there's living in the moment. Living in the moment. Yeah, I mean, again, this goes back to a lot of, you have to kind of, I try not to edit this section now. I'm trying to think now. Living in the moment. Yeah, just kind of, you live for now. There's nothing you can do about yesterday, is there? It's been and gone. It's nothing, you know, but you just live, you think about what you do. You just do the best thing you can do each and every day. Live for now, you know, breathing exercises and all that sort of thing. There's no point worrying about a problem that hasn't happened yet. Just try and deal with each day as it comes. Obviously plan ahead and everything else, but just stop dwelling on the past. And you know, tomorrow's a new day. So just kind of live for the now and make the most of every moment, and just stop worrying about the past or worrying about the future, and don't overthink and stuff. That doesn't mean going like, yeah, doing moral things. It means just, you know, just enjoy life in nice, positive, enriching ways. Champagne life and a lemonade budget. Now this I like this. Like all this, for example, there's things like taste cards. I know loads of great restaurants. You get 50% off or 2 for 1 and stuff. Same, there's loads of voucher sites and stuff. And I'll pass on some tips. Loads of wicked places in London you can go for nothing. Like one of my favourite places, Vauxhall Farm. Loads of art galleries in London that are free. And they're all great. Again, that goes to enriching your life as well. So those are so many things you can do that are cheap. You don't need to be paying £30 to get into, imagine Tussauds to look at a load of, you know, waxwork, kind of dodgy models of celebrities that I probably wouldn't even stop and look at if I passed them in the street anyway. It's a bit dark when you can go to Vauxhall Farm, and it's such a beautiful place, and there's all these, you know, you see the baby sheep and goats, and there's alpacas, and you just feel so good. And it costs nothing, you know. Obviously, give some donations and buy some food and feed the animals, but you just have the best time. It don't cost nothing. Same with the Tate and, you know, National Gallery, and there's just so much you can do that doesn't cost loads of money. And there's loads of posh, nice restaurants and stuff. Or you can go somewhere, get yourself a taste card. They're not that expensive, and there's such a good selection of, you know, they're not all Pizza Expresses and stuff. In London, there's loads of independents that do amazing food, and you get it so cheap. So you can live a really wicked lifestyle and not spend a fortune. The same with shopping, sale shopping and stuff. Why pay a fortune for stuff for the 3 months it's at full price, knowing full well there'll be a sale 2 or 3 months down the line? You know, I've got some wicked stuff on it. Well, probably the stuff I'm wearing is probably worth about, you know, 500-600 quid. And I probably paid about 200-300 quid, about 200 quid, whatever it is for it. And then there's, you say, loads of stuff. I'll pass on advice. I'll be going on to top supplements, what they do. I'll probably might section out again into some things that, like for MS, that are MS specific. But there's so many things that I take that are so good for you and are good for everyone, really. So I've really kind of learnt my favourites, and I know all the, you know, what works, how it works and stuff. And the ones that didn't work for me so much, but they might work for you. So I'll sort of pass on a little bits of advice for that. CBD oil is a popular thing at the minute. Tried it, didn't really. I don't know. It might have just been the one I tried wasn't great, but for me, it didn't do loads for me. And smoking it just made my head go a bit wobbly. I really doesn't really do much for me. But I don't know if that's the weed or the tobacco in it. But yeah, but it's supplements wise, in terms of legal over the counter ones, I'll give you advice on that, where I'll get them from and stuff. I mean, spirulina, for example, is incredible. I don't eat enough, probably don't eat enough vegetables and stuff. Spirulina is the most nutritious food on earth, full of so many good things. Gives you energy, boosts your immune system, all sorts. And I'll go into that and all the different, you know, things I take for my energy and my fatigue. Things I take like turmeric and stuff that helps when I've got garlic, raw garlic. I'll take I've got some of the tablets as well, but raw garlic. That's a natural antibiotic. Same with honey is a natural antibiotic. There's loads of things you can take that are natural. I mean, ginger, I get really bad travel sickness because of my multiple sclerosis, and ginger, I put it in my juices, which I'll go on to. Funny enough, during the break I had a juice and I forgot. I'll add that to this section because I've got loads of nice recipes for juices. One I have every day: coconut water, pineapple, oranges, lemons, and ginger. I think that's it. Yeah, and blend that up, and it tastes so good. It's so good for you, and that actually cures I get really bad travel sickness, motion sickness, and I get vertigo as well, and that really helps with that. So I've been doing all so supplements, the juicing, podcasts, yes, and again I'll be doing, like, I've got some brilliant people lined up. Riaz Khan, the old Leicester football casual, he's really into his. I've got another dog coming in now. Really into his. Really into his sort of Stone Island and stuff in his fashion. He's got some wicked clothes actually, and he's also, you know, he used to be a little bit of a lad, but now he's quite you know, he's really not. What's the word for it? But I call my granddad a devout Catholic. Is it a devout Muslim? The equivalent of a devout Catholic in the Muslim world. He's one of them, and he's a great guy. You know, he's funny and that. He's got a book out, Diaries of a Leicester Football Casual. And yeah, he's been on TV a lot, but I've got him. I'm going to do it with my hairdresser actually, Christian, while he's doing my hair. I think that's a great idea. So it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. So I might start looking like this and be really pretty by the end of it. But Christian's he's one of my best. He probably is one of my sort of best mates. Yeah, he's had an amazing career. Really proud of him, and I've known him for, you know, a long time. I've been going to him for a long time. Such a good hairdresser, and he's really helped me actually with a lot. I've been a lot of conferences to sort of do things in life, and you know, but yeah, got a lot of time for Christian. So I'll be doing a hair cast with Christian. I want to do things like dog cut, you know, like walking the dog with someone and talking about life. I want these podcasts to be really casual, like a chat down the pub. So I might, yeah, maybe things like that, or over a coffee and stuff, in really natural, calm. Theo, out. Go on, out. Really natural, cool, calm. Yeah, really sort of, environments that people are sort of relaxed and stuff. We'll chillax and we just chat about life and whatever it is that the reason that they've inspired, intrigued, or interested me. So yeah, that'll be the podcast. So Damien, I'm going to do it with hopefully this week about his book. Damien Macias, but his book on social media. Nilam Holmes or Patel, as you might know her, she created HD Brows. I'll get them done. Again, that comes into Champagne Life and Lemonade Budget. Same with Christian. There's ways of getting cheap haircuts and brows and beauty treatments and stuff. So I shall give you some tips on that. Just sometimes you just might have to let someone that's not quite as experienced have a go. But I've but the brows look alright, don't they? I always do the master classes. The first sections, it could be a bit ropey, but yeah, they're very special brows. Those they need specialists. They need someone with a little bit of experience. So yeah, that'll be the podcast and stuff. In the MS section, obviously, I'll do specifically on my battle with MS, what I found helped me, how to kind of like deal with a flare up or relapse and stuff. Bearing in mind, I'm drug free. I had to stop. I never took the disease modifying drugs. I chose the natural route. But I was taking this thing called pregabalin, and that is the thing that nearly left me in a coma that I spoke about in my first video. So that, that's not good. So I'll talk to you about that. And I've just had to learn to deal with the pain. Well, you can't really ever learn to deal with pain. But I'd rather be in pain than dead. And you just have, again, I have good days and bad days of MS. So you have to kind of, knowing that I can't take anything really for the pain, or have yet to find something that does much for it, I have to kind of, I had to sort of learn to just manage the condition differently, which is fine, because like I said, I'd rather be alive than get myself in a mess. And then I'll do about, say, the juicing bit. But yeah, all in all, that's where I'm at. But I think the one thing today, because I'm going to go back to what I said earlier, and this will probably something to do in the bodybuilding, your mental health and stuff. Because I did something today that has really niggled me, and this is something, my advice, this is the tip of the day, my advice for today. And this is really important because I need to drum this into myself. I had a really, obviously, talking about the breakup and stuff, I had a really quite an intense and, an intense phone conversation. And I said some things that, I kind of meant, kind of weren't okay, if that makes sense. And if I could go back and have the discussion again, I might have worded a little bit differently, or just missed out altogether. So yeah, my advice for today would be never I shoot from the, I've kind of contradicted myself because this whole thing has been, I kind of shot from the heart and stuff, and I'm not going to edit it or anything. It's just, I've just flowed. But always think before always think before you talk or you say something really important, especially in anger, or if it's something important, or something that's kind of or something it could potentially hurt someone else's feelings, even if yours have been hurt. Because sometimes you've got to be a little bit selfless, I think, and it's so that's my advice for today. But just going back through it. So bodybuilding, your mental health, we should go into all that. Exercise, the diet, the doing things that enrich you section, detoxifying your life, which again, all these, as I'm going along, I'll be while I'm talking to you, I'll be reminding myself what I need to be doing. Because you never, like I said yesterday, you're never the complete person. There's always room for improvement. You always try and wake up tomorrow and be a better person you were yesterday. And I always try and go over my day in my head at the end of the day and think, how could I have done it differently? What could I have done better and stuff? And I think that's quite important. So doing things that the diet, exercise diet, doing things that enrich you, detoxifying your life, however hard that might be at the time. Living in the moment, Champagne Life and a Lemonade Budget, top supplements and what they do, podcast, MX section, and a little bit of juicing I'll talk to you about. Boys, I don't mean down the gym, that sort of juicing. I mean the greens, getting your vegetables and fruit and stuff in a blender, blending it up and drinking it. None of that other stuff, no injections or nothing. I won't be talking about that. So, yeah, so that's it for today, really, I think. Apologies again for the slightly amateur little blips, but I will get better as I go on. I feel a lot more confident about it today. I kind of, like I said, I want it to be a little bit raw. I don't want it to be over processed. I'm not one of these bloody people which I don't want to be one of these people that's going to tell you to be a Bitcoin billionaire or pushing a pyramid marketing thing on you or anything like that. I just want to just from the heart stuff. I'm doing this because if it's good for me as much as anything else. I'm not doing it to earn money. I'm doing it for me as well as hopefully helping a few others like that lady I was talking to you about that I met down the gym. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you. Like I said, tomorrow I'll try and get a video up when I'm looking all fresh and pretty from the hairdressers, and then by Wednesday, Thursday I'll probably look like this again because it grows really quick. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the support so far. Really appreciate it. And onwards and upwards. So see you later. Mwah.